Hey everybody, this is friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again for another article discussion from our friend CBR, otherwise known as some comic book resources. Yes, comic book resources. So today, from comic book resources, we're going to be talking about Thanos. Yes, Thanos. So were any of the Eternals snapped away by Thanos? Here is a definitive answer. Every new character introduced in the MCU post Endgame invites this question. In the Eternals case, the director has provided this answer. 6 days ago. Yep. So Monster Universe had to make some daunting decisions about how to deal with their post-book reality. Spider-Man Far From Home, yes, we Far From Home, is an exposition led student director's cast in Peter's School, directed by Betty Brant, and surprise commentary footage about how the returned classmates to inconvenience the illumination suddenly return to half the student body 5 years later. Eternals, Dane Whitman confronts the truth with girlfriend, extraterrestrial origin, and superpower colleagues and asks her but pertinent questions on behalf of the audience, including why the group never stopped wars, or asked why it's staying in again with involving themselves since the end of this conflict. However, we did not even ask if the Eternals were snapped themselves. This turns out to be a true answer because in all those questions they are closely interwoven. Yes, closely interwoven. In any interviews, we know Cinema Blend, or another friend of ours, Eric Eisenberg has said to close out, answered the last question directly. It's important to remember the context of the question and the precautions they took in answering. The reporter asked whether or not the Eternals had been snapped, and she said, "Well, I can't say this out loud, but if you think about it, all Celeste just told them. If you think the Celeste just told them themselves otherwise, technically they can't get blipped. Nope, they can't get blipped." Porter indicated as pieces that said that she is trying to avoid spoilers in time. No, the intent is crystal clear. Crystal fucking clear. We know Thanos is concerned with living half a cent of life in the universe. So are the principles of eco-terrorists. We know the intellect and the vision will slow planet-wide genocide to time use the blunt instruments of disposal, including the Chitauri, the Black Order, the Adopted Sisters, and more powerful minions across the galaxy. Being dedicated to efficiency, the search for the stones was always as his one impossible goal, which he's fulfilled. Again, no desire to vanquish enemies. We know the scores a rule of anything. Evidence that the destruction of the stones is contemplative short-lived retirement to the garden. Once we always see the stones in his possession, he killed trillions of lives to produce strains of local environment and brought to T's so-called balance. Though brutal everywhere in the universe, those words do not imply the Eternals can die or anyone through blood loss. Again, draining of vital energy will presumably numerous macro barriers, set of consequences and circumstances, and somehow immune the power of the Phoenix Stones. The Eternals simply are not alive in that sense, and Thanos was evoked. Again, that's very random sensor, but again, Cersei lost the Esraham. The Eternals across the galaxy were not born on Olympia. Those lost to be created in a place where the world forged. Her life on Earth for many missions that she has assigned over millions of years and serves to Arisraham, the nest of the Guardians and Broniac Celestials were arisen with him. She created the deviants in the same forge, removed the apex predators, the thrive. Unmade the programming to evolve past creation parameters, check the restore the balance, and celestial primes created Eternals to guard the influence and mature duration of the deviants. Also, without getting into messy language of spirits, souls, and chakras, it's also clear that the Eternals lack quality of ocean and life purpose. Again, in addition to loopholing humanity, we know that the Thanos' world choice, again, we know the film ways and other examples, missing components given to Ezra reveals the seem the beyond power of the set powers of celestials at large to incubate the offspring in many ways. Again, with efficiency, perspective, and space gods are capable of creating a form of life that catalyzes the energy required by birth to orchestrate complex predator prey cycle that would mute, and then forge to create several or 7 billion humanoids, therefore vital emotional intelligence quotients that power their potency, and the Eternals don't serve that purpose because the Celestials seemingly do have the ability to replicate the uniquely intricate to non-artificial life. Again, guys, there's more. But then also creates some more questions concerning when the characters know no aspect of certain pieces of key pieces of data. Thastos again is a competent engineer or inventor or scientist. It seems odd to did not occur to him purely probabilistic matter to none the Eternals were snapped. Again, we don't know that though, but again, this is 10 of them. Statistically, would expect 5 of them would have been dusted and the rest were whatever. But the fact is, the number was zero. Yes, the number was zero. Yes, the number was zero. Yes, the number was zero. But we begged there was an investigation to this part, assuming that the Thanos was Cyrus Ward and how the Avengers Thanos and many stones it assumes a head count to snap, which isn't also clear. The film outlines that many of them would have ever seen each other in many, many years and did not even speak to efforts that to be aware of how other characters are affected during that time apart. There is also the question whether Thanos' word was chosen to spare Eternals. Eternals make clear with appearance of Arrows, the Maritime Barber. Yes, we know he's a Star Fox, but then again, as far as the communication with Abraham and privy to her knowledge, inconceivable that Thanos may have not known this, but if half the universe in non-existence. Then again, motivated to spare his brother and the members of his family unknown, the implication of information were very, very vast. And it was very, very vast. So then MCU has drawn a line to stand fundamental nature of life, where it chooses to adopt or stay in this messy, messy language. The Eternals and perhaps Vision will sit one on the outside the line. Oceanians do not. Again, you can see the Eternals on Disney Plus today. Okay. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts, and if you haven't seen Eternals on Disney Plus, go see it. And again, as always, have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.